Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Rocking this house. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Auburn's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
At the 45 on his way. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Tigers are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Getting some heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third down, he drops the throw. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
The give to the left. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
The give to the back. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown? Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
First down here for the offense. Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. And they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's going to run it. Turns it on in midfield. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using his feet to buy time. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Touchdown, Ohio State. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receiver team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring
at the 16.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down. And that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one possession. Oh, it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Smith dropping to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll just keep slinging it. Got it behind the line. It's Lewis. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's going to pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finds his man. It's Daly. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Comes out throwing on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You know, for quarterbacks, ball security is so important, especially when you're in the pocket. I know you're downfield and you're focusing on what's happening with the coverage, but you got to know these guys up front, they're coming after you and they're trying to swat that ball away. You have got to keep two hands on the football at all times.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lost one deep down the right. Gain if he could have squeezed it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The run to the right. Got room at the 35. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Smith dropping the pass.
And it's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I tell you what, quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also...
Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Trying to get to him. Got it in the middle. It's Alexis. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The give to the lone running back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They'll go to the ground. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Running back searching for a hole. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest. Makes them realize they got to play the run, too. Great play call.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They're going to run it. Tackled there by the defense.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Short throw to the sideline. Complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Smith wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The first down for the offense. Smith dropping to pass. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. And midfield, he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll give it to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They keep attacking through the air. Caught over the middle. It's West. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Open space at the 25. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff to the single running back. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Smith wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that problem. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
After misfiring, it's second down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Feeling some heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense time.
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job. One possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.